welcome back to a new week, new vid, So it's been a long time coming. The Z has been needing something. So behind the camera, she finally got it done. So we got an intake from Z1 Motorsports. It's pretty sick. So this is going to be the filter that we're installing. We got the exhaust to dump out a little bit more of that air. So now we need a little bit more air going in. Got to keep the equation simple. So with it being the last day of summer today, the sun's starting to drop real early, so it's only 7:30 and it's already dark. So that's what we're doing in Colorado. That's how it goes. You guys missed the catastrophe on the Z. The window not the Z, the E36. The window decided to break, like the arm that attaches to the motor that pushes the window up and down. On my way home, snapped. It was a wet drive home. I've got a bolt lodged in there. But enough of that, we're gonna dig into this, so let's get to the car. So obviously we gotta get rid of the box, we gotta get rid of the arm. This section right here with the mass airflow sensor is going to be getting attached to the back of that filter. So right now I'm just working away at getting this all apart. It's a fun little process, nothing too crazy. Pretty simple, honestly, but I gotta get that off. Got to disconnect this box here. Oh, I need to grab my socket for this. Grab a socket, get all this out of the way, so then we can get down to it. So finally got the stock box out. It's kind of a tight fit to get it out, but now I just need to remove these 4 bolts, put this section on the back of the filter, and then we can start swapping over this piece that goes into the top of the throttle body, and then we'll be good to go. So got the mass airflow off the old box, installing it on the new filter. So once I get this lined up on where I want it to go, I'm actually going to loosen this hose clamp back up and put this in an accessible position. So then, when I go to work on it, I'm not going to hate myself in the future because I, didn't turn it to a good spot. So I'm just cranking these down real quick. It gives you new bolts, but I think I'm just going to hold those ones for extras just in case. These ones are just fine. It's not like this is holding together, a connecting rod inside the block. So, no harm, no foul. All right, so all you Z owners out there, this PVC hose right here is a pain if it's an old line, because first off, it's stuck under there. So I slipped it above the strut arm, or the brace, the tower brace, whatever you want to call it. Slipped it up above this so I had more room, tried to get that clip off, and then I just tried to work with it as much as I could. But fortunately I don't have a good hose pliers, so I was using some needle nose, trying not to damage that hose, so then it can go on the new installation fairly clean. But it is a pain in the butt, so if you guys are doing that, just beware. All right, so I got the new intake arm on, tightening down these top 2. Got it connected to the throttle body, got that PVC line reconnected on the bottom, just making sure it's gonna be nice and aligned. And then we get to install the intake, and it's gonna be a little bit of a tight fit, nothing too crazy, but it's gonna be stuck up right in this space. I mean, this mass airflow sensor is only a couple inches, so I have a little bit of room there, but not too much. Just making sure these are gonna be nice and snug, limit any kind of leaks on the intake side, keep it strong. But so far, this is how we got everything routed. I mean, it's a very straightforward process. I might have to loosen the back one a little bit to get the right angle, but now this is gonna go right here with that coupler. This will connect back on there. Probably end up rotating this back over here so it looks, factory. So I'm gonna start working on that, and I'll catch you guys in a sec. So got everything hooked up. I left one of the stock little metal brackets that was from the original airbox, so I could keep this wiring nice and clean right here. Got that all connected, everything's tight. I'm gonna loosen this one a little bit and see if I can just rotate this filter down just a tad. Right now, I mean, I don't think it's gonna be in the way of the hood, but just so I don't have to come back in here. So I'm just gonna drop this one just a little bit so I can get this whole thing to rotate down just a little bit. Let's see here. Should be perfect, like right there. And unfortunately, there's a chance, if you got some very viscous oil and you're doing a checking your oil at a gas station, you might drip on it on your filter, but just got to be handy with it. Just gonna go over everything, make sure everything's nice and tight. You know, we don't want any leaks. Should be all good here, here, here. And if you want to come look right here, I also made sure that I kept this upright too, so if you do ever have to change the filter, you're not taking it off from back here. So got this all good. I'm gonna just double check this, make sure this is all tight. See, look, it could have used a little bit more, but that way we should be all nice and snug. And now we can start it up. So first start up with it. We're gonna run over to the gas station, so it's gonna be nice and warm, and then I'll have her, you know, give you guys a little bit of induction noise. So are you excited about the new call pot? Now this thing's gonna rip. It's at least 200 horsepower, if not more. So I'll catch you guys at the gas station. Also guys, I want to give you guys a quick update. So that little piece that I had coming for the Beamer, emailed them where the heck is it at, and unfortunately it's no longer available. So I waited 3 weeks for them to just email me that it's not available anymore. So that's not coming anytime soon. So I'm just gonna disregard that part. So anyways, it was called the clutch delay valve. So it's a little piece that goes from in between the clutch pedal and the master cylinder, the clutch slave, and there's a hole in it, and it's supposed to help regulate the amount of fluid that goes through every time that you release and, you know, push the clutch in. It's supposed to help with the, you know, luxury shifting, you know, as the Beamers would call it. But the new one has a hole that's way wide, like way wider, and when you go to drop the clutch or kick the clutch, put the clutch in, you know, remove it, whatever you want to do, it's supposed to help shoot a lot more fluid in faster to help, you know, first off, not have as much premature wear on the clutch, and also give you a lot more, you know, control over what you actually want to do with it. So fortunately that's not in the case anymore. So the next big step is going to be a welded diff. And also, no, this is not a sponsored video. I wish it was, because that would be sick, but we are nowhere close to that. So Advanced Autos, if you guys are watching this, alrighty then, let's see if we hear any more cabin noise. I definitely think there's more cabin noise. It definitely sounds good in here, huh?
Alright guys, that's it for this vid. Like and subscribe, share with all your friends. We'll see you next week. Peace.